Joshua wrote in before this webinar. He was asking about some stuff. I kind of want to just kind of push it into one question here. Because when I talk about mixing in front of house or in videos and instructional videos I often talk about not using additive EQ as much as subtractive EQ. And that's, I think when you're mixing a microphone and a live speaker, that makes sense more. But with in-ears, obviously, it's kind of a closed loop. You're not going to have the in-ears feedback through your mic. So you can, I think, get way more expansive with like adding brightness or whatever. So can you, maybe Francois, if you could talk about how you use EQ, how you find, let's see, how did he word it here? How do you create and find frequency pockets for every instrument to fit in? And do you use a lot of additive EQ? And then also, if you do use parallel compression, can you talk about that as well?
Well, I actually don't use parallel compression.
Okay. So
just because latency, and I try to keep it to minimum. That's just me.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I'm the same, by the way. So
yeah, I do additive. My drums. You look at it, and I remember there's one of my monitor techs where it's just like looking like, wow, look at this. What's going on with your drums? I was like, hey, this is what, are we mixing a metal band? I'm like, hey, listen, and all of a sudden it's like, wow. Sounds great. I know. It's just might look weird, but it is what it is. It's just like, I'm not scared of going like, +9 and like just let's coop it up, and I think there's no feedback, so we can go nuts. I don't know.
It's open season.
It depends for what, like this, like. I feel like I'm kind of aggressive with a drum EQ, vocal I can get aggressive too, like it's like playback and keyboards and stuff. It's very minimal, Same with guitars, Yeah. That's me,
dude. I mean, I'm super aggressive with my drum EQs also, but
oh yeah, nuts.
But do you feel like you're EQing more in the IEMs than you would if you were mixing front of house, or when you do mix front of house?
Well, you know what? It's been so long.
You haven't been doing it.
I mean, I've been mixed front of house in over 10 years. I don't think, just kind of like, yeah, it's been a while. I actually don't know. It's whatever sounds good. Like don't look at it. Just, does it sound good? Good.
Totally.
I think.
Oh, I mean, totally. If it sounds good, it is good, right? That's They're like Donato's saying, it's all just tools to achieve the end result, which is having it sound good, So but as far as like EQing and getting things to fit in a mix, I do find that like heavy EQing with drums, especially, kind of lets me have a little more sonic space for everything else. I don't know. That's just my thing. But then again, I'm mixing a lot of like pop bands that the drums can sound kind of like hollowed out and it's fine, or you don't need like a supernatural kind of sound as much, maybe. Yeah. Donato, how you get pretty aggressive with EQs and stuff?
I can, but my first tendency, I would say, is to somebody's asking for something, for example, hey, brighten this up. A lot of times that's not boosting, that's cutting. Vocal. A lot of times, I've noticed with vocals, it helps to identify the formants, vocal formants, the bass tone, the unique tone that someone has in their voice, and where it resonates. Some people just have a ton of 200, ton of 400, like they just, and it's no matter what they do, where they sing, that is always going to be clouding them. So they're asking for it brighter. That top end is there. It exists. It's just this strong 400 is pulling your attention. I feel like EQ is your attention more than anything. If something's clouding something, your attention now, Sauron's eye is fixed on, the 400 and it can't hear the 2K. So, identify, the vocalist's formant, where they sit, and hey, maybe we do a little cut at 4, whoa, what did you do? Didn't boost anything, but made it brighter, you know, achieved the goal. But there are times I do need to give something, a channel, air. I kind of like to call it air, you know, stuff above like 10K, 10K, you know, but you got to be careful with all those high frequencies with in-ears, you know, because you have to remember the chain, you know, where your mix is going. Your mix is going out to, you know, that transmitter, and you're broadcasting. When you do IEMs, you're broadcasting. You know, you're transmitting a signal over the air to that person. So you got to think in terms of what your final, how they're hearing it, you know, and we have that ability, you know, with our packs and stuff like that. But to solo you know, those mixes up and hear it, but you start pushing frequencies, you know, that are too high, you could really chew up, overmodulate, you know, a transmitter and chew up your mix, you know.
Yeah.